Finally, we found one in the swampy area. Letter from a scout of Sardet's expedition. I do not know what got into me when I decided to join this expedition, but I should have listened to you. We have been pitifully wading through the swamps for days, and we have already lost many members of the expedition, as they were taken away or poisoned by the hideous creatures resembling demons of Ptolemy. Perhaps some priests would have a better chance of defending it, but our science is completely powerless. I have been coughing terribly since yesterday, and I know that its poison finally got to me too. I love you and bid you farewell, my son. Well, that's kinda sad. So it's right over here. In Tier Dop, the Blacklands. Alright, one more to go. Okay, so right here, in the Frasungant, the Ancient Woods. Let's pick you up. Letter from a soldier of Sardet's expedition. This expedition was a trap. I knew that following this witch through to the door made of roots was a bad idea. The horned beast who lived here did not approve of our presence at all. One of my comrades was grievously wounded, and I'm too afraid to return to get him. As for me, I am stuck here, and I will certainly die of hunger. I tried everything, and at one point I was so full of rage that I made the beast lose its balance. But unfortunately, it quickly recovered, and I had to return for my life. Cursed be this professor and his foolish research. I am so hungry that I could eat my boots. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that I missed that, because I'm pretty certain that I searched this area. Well, let's bring the notes to Signor de Coseleon and see what he's gonna give us for it. And here we are. Let's talk about Professor Sardet's notes.
I found some notes which were lost by Professor Sardet. His expedition was far from easy.
Investigating such gigantic creatures is bound to be perilous.
Indeed. Unfortunately, we also found his corpse. I'm sorry.
Oh, poor man. His devotion to science cost him his life. I will make sure I share the works you have brought me with his family. With these last few sheets, it looks like this is everything. Such an amazing work. This man was a genius, de Sardet, and what a huge loss his death is. I cannot express how thrilled I am to immerse myself in these notes and study them. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Nope, that's it, alright. Hello, and welcome to GreedFall. We're on our way to speak with the Mother Cardinal of Ptolemy. It's not that far off. Convince the Ptolemy to participate. Well, they do like me, so I guess there's not gonna be any trouble in me seeking out their help. Yes, run up those stairs. Finally, let us speak, shall we?
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Lady de Sardet, what can I do for you?
Do you remember I thought someone must have been responsible for the attacks you sustained?
Yes, you thought that this guardian who sent us the animals couldn't have been acting alone.
And I was right, sadly.
You're hesitating. Are you afraid of my reaction?
Indeed. As the person responsible is none other than my cousin, Constantine.
Does this mean that the congregation has decided to wage war on us? And thanks to which obscure alliance has your cousin been able to manipulate these creatures?
Constantine acted alone, and he betrayed us as much as he betrayed you, believe me. As for the way he manipulated these creatures... Do you remember that my cousin was sick?
Absolutely. And it is said that his recovery was the result of a rather suspicious miracle. Are you telling me that your cousin has made a pact with the demons of this island?
Something like that. He was cured by a Donegad of the island who performed a bonding ritual. But the power he received from this made him thirsty for more, and he bonded himself to other places, thus gaining control over the Guardians who were protecting these sacred places.
But why attack us? Did his madness make him forget about our alliance?
His thirst for power is making him want to control the island entirely by himself. And I know that for this purpose he will soon attack the natives' main sanctuary on the volcano. I won't stand a chance against all the creatures he's taken control of, and I need some help. I will go and find the other factions, of course, but we need the help of Thélème. Having a common enemy should help us forget all the differences that have been opposing us.
The idea that we would protect the sanctuary from an insular demon is completely insane. But you have helped us several times, and I trust your judgment. You can count on our help. My men will fight by your side.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Thanks to your wisdom, we have a chance to prevail. I must leave you.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Excellent. So, that's one of the groups. This conversation seemed incredibly... How should I place this? I'm not sure that a normal conversation goes like that. Something about it seemed off. We need to convince the nodes, the Coin Guard, the natives, and the Bridge Alliance. Let's go with the natives first. Once we convince them that we mean no harm, they should follow us into battle. Also, it is debatable if we can take out all the creatures by ourselves. After all, we have yet to die in this. Okay, travel. Here. Ah, right, we need to speak with Ulam. He is the High King now. I mean, I can't think of a single reason why the natives won't fight alongside us.
To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Nothing good, I fear. Come to ask for your help in stopping my cousin.
Your cousin? The leader of New Serene? The one who was ill and disappeared?
Yes. Katasak had him undergo a ritual that bound him to the island in order to cure him. But the power he acquired from it made him thirst for even more power, and he turned on his allies. He intends to attack the sanctuary of Dorhad Genadu.
I understand now who Enon Milfrichtiman was talking about.
We need to stop him, and we will succeed only by gathering all the people who have settled on this island. I already managed to convince some people, so we will not be alone in battle. In the face of such danger, the grudges of old must be cast aside. We must all become allies.
You know how important peace is to me, and my duty as a High King is to answer the call of Enon Milfrichtiman. We will fight alongside you, Karants. I am no fighter, but our best war chief, Deirdre, will be leading our warriors. I would be honored if you would take this weapon with you, as a token of my friendship. May the volcano give you its strength and fury. Good luck, Karants.
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Nothing. I must go.
He gave me a dagger, eh? Let's take a look at that. Ulam's hook. It's a poisonous weapon. It seems fine. I'm not gonna use it. Okay, where to next? The Bridge Alliance. So, I actually didn't mention that before, but their High King just became worse at negotiating than before. Not the new one, the old one. He seems like a complete moron who doesn't know how to say, "The land has corrupted him, do you not understand?" Instead he said something like, "You wouldn't understand. You're a Nixie." Which is quite ironic considering how dumb the natives are in this. Still have yet to find a single one who has the brain of a squirrel. Let's see if the Burge Alliance is gonna join us for this operation. Oh, since we are in Hikmet, I might actually visit the merchant. For no particular reason, I just want to see if they are gonna sell anything of interest at all.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, and to what do I owe this honor?
I have come to solicit your help, and to propose we forge an alliance.
An alliance? Against whom?
You remember, no doubt, the attacks that fell upon Hikmet, but also San Mateus and against the natives.
Of course. You told me that different guardians sent the beasts.
Precisely. And the Guardians were manipulated by someone. I discovered who it was. This revelation will not please you, but I have no choice but to tell you. It is Constantine.
Surely you jest. What is the meaning of this? Do you know how many men have died during these attacks?
Allow me to continue, I beg you. My cousin's sickness shook him to the core. Then there was a ritual and his capture, and Constantine has fallen to madness. He has been increasing these rituals in order to link himself to the island to gain power and manipulate its creatures. He is fighting a war against everyone, and it now appears that he wants to take control of Teofredi. He is preparing to attack the Volcano Sanctuary, and I need help to stop him. It is in the name of the congregation that I come to see you. Constantine betrayed us as well.
That's madness. It is complete madness. All of this superstitious nonsense. These absurd theories. I believed you sincere, de Sardet, which does not mean that I believe you now. But no matter. You are in need of men to stop your cousin who has already attacked us?
Precisely. I have already gathered support, but I need as many allies as possible.
Let us be clear. I don't believe for an instant that this story has a link to the island or whatever foolishness, but I do trust you. You have rendered us valuable services and have supported us. And since we cannot allow the crimes of your cousin to go unpunished, we will stand beside you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. You have improved our chances of success tenfold. I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
Weren't you supposed to be the smart one that believes both theories and magic, considering that you're fighting enemies? I'm speaking about Ptolemy. And you have seen nature magic. What's wrong with you? Right, the merchant. My favorite merchant of the game. Let's hope she has something of interest for me.
Come closer. Come closer. Oh, Your Excellency.
Claymore of the Lieutenant. Blunderbuss with golden right. And this pistol which I already have. Okay. A brown brigandine. Coin guard. Cuirass. A blue-silver captain's doublet. Oh, this one's upgrade, that's why it's more expensive. Okay. Let's get out of here. Right. First, let's convince the nodes, the port quarter. That's where we're gonna find Admiral Cabral, and she's gonna send the best she has. Well, actually, we only need Vasco. The rest of them I don't care about. But yes, right now the nodes are the most interesting faction we have encountered. And the British Alliance had such a great potential. Such an unfortunate event that their governor turned out to be a buffoon.
To Sardet, what can I do for you?
I have come to ask for your help, Admiral. My cousin has been plunged into madness, and he apparently wishes to conquer the whole island. He took control of many creatures by reenacting rituals he learned from the islanders. And now he uses them to attack the cities and villages of those he considers to be his rivals.
A difficult situation, admittedly, but one that does not concern us. Who's in charge of the island is none of our business to Sardet, and you know that.
It actually does concern you. If my cousin takes control of the island, soon there will be no ports where your ships can berth. He's not looking for political influence. He desires power. Absolute power.
I see. It's a decent argument. So what now?
We must stop him at all costs. And for that, I will need allies. I already have the support of other factions, but I was hoping I could count on the help of the Nords.
You can. My men aren't really used to fighting on land, but they will be by your side. You have proven time and time again that we can trust you.
Thank you, Admiral.
May the winds be in your favor, de Sardet. You'll need all the help you can get.
Phenomenal. Okay, perhaps we're gonna see some of their cannons, and I know cannons exist, they've been mentioned once. And that's good enough for me. And finally the Coin Guard. Now the Coin Guard should actually adore us, considering that we didn't kill them. Oh. Only most of them.
Come closer, good people. Liquor and wine from the continent.
Have I been up here? Okay, I have. Nothing of interest. Now I'm pretty sure Kurt might intervene here to say, Commander, we need your help and we're not leaving without it. Oh wait, that's not gonna happen because, well, we spoke with the notes and Vasco didn't say a thing. Such a pity, honestly.
Hello, Commander.
Lady de Sardet, how can I be of service to you?
I have come to ask for your help.
I'm at your service, Your Excellency. What is it you want from me?
We need reinforcements to protect the sanctuary of the natives, north of the island.
Very well. I will send some troops there. But may I ask who or what they will be fighting?
Creatures in great numbers. And probably my cousin.
I beg your pardon?
As your men must have told you, he has changed a lot recently. Ever since he was cured of the Malachor and bonded to the island, he has become obsessed with power. He is now targeting the heart of the island. If he succeeds, we're all doomed.
I have indeed heard reports of the Governor's peculiar behavior. Since he is our employer, I asked my men to turn a blind eye. But thanks to your help, we avoided dishonor. I won't forget it. If you're telling me that we are in danger, and that we need to go to this sanctuary, we'll go.
Thank you, Commander.
Anything else?
No.
I have to go. Goodbye.
I also have a lot to do. Until next time, Your Excellency.
Inform Glendon of the impending battle. Well, let's actually find Constantine's hideout. Which is kind of weird. I thought we had discovered every part of the island. We should know where it is. I guess it's so secret that even we didn't know about it. Considering that we actually were the ones that were cartographing? Cartographing? Well, mapping the area, let's just put it like that. Oh, well, thanks. Not going to the merchant, definitely. Gee, I wonder where it can be. Let's just place a marker here so we know where we're going. Okay, now I don't need to search them, but there is this impulse I have. When I see a box, I need to break it open. I wonder if we're gonna fight anything up there. Oh look, a bear and its friend. Okay, nice one, both of you. By the way, is there anything I haven't read in the journal that I wanted to read? Side quests, missions? No. We have quite a lot of things, actually. This small region is accessible only by the kings and the queens of Tearferdee, those willing to pass the many trials that grant access to the sanctuary hidden in the heart of the volcano. Galavar is the forested and rather isolated valley whose tall trees are particularly popular with the carpenters of the mainland and are the source of its native's name. This stone cycle bears the native name Dance Circle, and is one of the places of power on the island, where the natives can establish the tie with which they will make them a Doneigad. Abandoned mine. This mine was abandoned and sealed by the natives in the hopes that nobody will dig there. Indeed, it had been exploited so much that it almost caused the mountain to collapse. It seems, however, that some people have decided to put it back into operation. Okay, put a stop to that, so that was kind of unnecessary. Dorak is a small area that lies around the mountain's lake and is located near the main sanctuary of Tearferdee, which gave it its name, the Door of the Heart, the village of Dorenboud. This village is that of the council, where the kings of all the clans of the island meet and elect the High King. Maybe that's the reason, or because it is so close to the volcano that its name means the door to renewal. Its inhabitants, the vow-like Cariads, the Guardians of the Heart, are in charge of the organizing these meetings, but most of all, they are the protectors of the most sacred sanctuary on the island, whose entry is not far. Konkondank. This mysterious cave is used to test the waters, supposed to reveal the intentions of the heart of anyone who accomplishes it. All those who are brought to visit the Karnsis sanctuary to meet an Victimen must visit it and report their response to the leader of the Vo-rank Carders. Kurganau. This stone cycle bears the native name, Song Circle. It is one of the places of power where the natives can establish their link between Tearferdee and Olmin Frictimen. Kozwick Cave of Knowledge. This Cave of Knowledge is one of the many steps in the journey that the future Doneigad must perform to gain the wisdom needed to connect with Tearferdee. They come to mediate the force drawn their predecessors and learn their knowledge. The Mainay Falak, the Rocky Mounts. Mainay Falak is a steep area, the slopes of the mountain, that gives it the name, the Rocky Mountains. Daingnem. This sacred place is a place of connection. Okay. This sacred place is a place of connection and of power for the Neigda and the mountains. Its name means the deed of the sky. The rocky steppes. Steger Falak is the rocky region on the foot of the mountain range, dominated by the huge volcano in the heart of the island, the village de Vashenvar. This village is the nearest to the foot, the mountains, near the lake, which gives it its name, the Water of Summit. Very focused on spirituality and meditation, the Vagik Awegs, the Wind Wavers, who live there lead a monastic life. They are best known for making the feathered fabrics, favored by the Doneigda on their ritual eateries. The Kozwick, Cave of Knowledge. This sacred cavern that the Doneigda link to the mountains, the Fourscore, is and reveals a secret. Fibar, the High King, is the best of them, and it seems he has spent a lot of time here. Is the best secret? It sounds like a strange wording on their part here. Vedvive. Although few natives live in the swampy area Venvive, inhabitants by many animals and wild creatures, which are the origins of its name, the swamps of 1,000 lives. Swamp Sanctuary. This isolated place of the swamps is sanctuary where it would be impossible to meet the devil revered by the congruent Nanders. Once the proper ritual is performed, Kosongrad. This remote cave houses some abandoned native houses and an old farscorn and the tall story of an old man from the continent who decided to follow the path to N.O. Milfrictiman. It is indeed here that Saint Matthias, the founder of Ptolemy, ended his life after being converted to a new faith. The Black Clans. Okay, just a few more texts, no worries. Tier Dop is the region whose land in many places still bears the mark of a terrible fire that ravaged it. This dark color of the region is its name, the Black Lands. The village of Eden. Eden is a strange village, a kind of experiment carried out by the missionaries of Ptolemy, aiming to create a place resembling that descended on the life of Saint Matthias, a place of harmony between the natives and the religious. It was built around the village of Visangrand, whose name means the village of the old sage. Ptolemy saw a reference to Saint Matthias which motivated their choice. The village of Vendvluk. This village is that of the Kandrink Anders, the fearsome storm warriors. Like the woods in which it was built, the village was destroyed by a fire after the storm, and then rebuilt. Their resilience made the clan's pride and gave the village its name, the Lightning Wood, a strange sanctuary. This underground sanctuary, whose door is protected by a thunder tree mystery, hosts the bloody ritual of the Kanengda Andaras. Frasegard, the Ancient Woods. Frasegard is a particularly wild forest area inhabited only by the most isolationist natives, or by those who want to hide. They named it the Forest of Ancients because the vegetation is... because of the venerable age of the trees found here. The village of Vashengdir. This village is that of Amnen Shadi, the clan of the Shadow Spirits, a clan focused around the rituals whose village is considered sacred by all natives, in particular because its inhabitants are responsible for the abundant hunts and the entire island. Its name means the long shadows. Perhaps it's because the clans that inhabit it or the many trees that surround it. This is the original village of Tirana Har Kandraktas, the mistress of wisdom. The Donisap camp. The Msaya Engengrau have invested and rebuilt this ancient village, which had been abandoned to several of the sacred camps. It is from the camp that they lead their attacks against the various bastions of the Bridge Alliance. Course of the Great Hunt. It is on this path the Great Hunt ritual takes place. The natives attach bells to keep the animals away because it is one of them who plays the role of White Angderk, which rest the village must chase or hunt to be abundant in the coming year. Credwen. This name of the sanctuary means the heart of trees. In a native language, it is an important place of power. The rituals where only the wisest Donegda can enter safely, because it is said the place is guarded. I mean, okay. Wenshan Ganao, the Singing Waters. Wenshan Ganao is a colossal region crossed by a river. The local inhabitants vary in touch with the sea and water, named it the Singing Waters for this very reason. The village itself, known as Wenshavier, Yagang Sidori, a clan of healers and fishermen who lived between the sea and the river and used the many plants that grow on the water's edge to treat the sick and the wounded. Its name means the white water in the native language. The Ghost Camp is an isolated and hidden camp built by the Coin Guard and is used to train the selected recruits to make them elite soldiers. Okay. Magazvar is a region with a varied landscape, rocky in the north and east, marshy in the west. Ancient ruins which witnessed legendary clashes gave it its name, the Valley of Great Combat. Don't you mean the Vale of Great Battle? Never mind. Didgindensen clan. These ruins trace to the presence of the famous people of the sea and witnesses of the legendary victory of the natives today. Serves as a bastion of the Nate Estingwell, rebels fighting against the invasion of the settlers from the continent. Village of Vishenvok. This village is that of the clan of the Black Ulks. Its name also means the Black Ulks village in the native language. Okay. This isolationist clan lives as symbolists with the tutelary animals, and even the other clans are wary of their wild nature. Coswis Cave of Knowledge. Coswis is a word that natives use to designate sacred caves that can only be visited by the Donegda and their apprentices. They are used for meditation and transmission of knowledge. This is one of the places just in front of the link site, and a place where the natives perform their rituals to become Donegda. The Bridge Alliance Outpost. These outposts was built by the Bridge Alliance in hopes of ending the many attacks of the Doneg Estinghal. However, their isolated garrison of full enemy territory is unlikely to overcome the rebels. Unlikely, not impossible. Vedrad is a forest area north of New Cyrene. The species and trees with flaming flagelle in the forest are probably the origin of the native name, the Red Woods. The village of Venchies. This village is that of Gai's Rat, the Rat Spear clan. Its native name means the spear wood, because the clan can build it has always been famous in combat. Famous. For their combat prowess, he could have... never mind. And the whole island knows the courage of the honor of its warriors. The elders tell many stories of battle, including the one that set them against the people of the sea who had settled nearby. A legend even has it that before the mythical battle, the trees of the surrounding forest offered their branches to defend the island. The spears of fallen warriors are used to decorate the village. Vasrigan. This ancient burial mound, whose name means resting place of queens in the native language, is sacred site of Gaia's Red Clan. This place is where their leaders are returned to the ground. The village of Vigigidao, okay? Vigigidao. I know how to pronounce Vigigidao, it's just that it's strangely written. This village is that of Barrick Nodes, the clan of sap-carriers. Its native name means the healed wound. Indeed, the clan includes many Donegda, whose peculiar role is to heal the wounds of the island. Formerly this clan was nomadic and went where nature needed it. But after the legendary battles between the natives and the people of the sea, the Barrick Nodes spent so much time healing this battle-ravaged place that they finally settled here. That's actually an interesting story. Just saying. D-Day Kaiden Nadiges. Nadiges. D-Day Kaiden Nadiges. These strange ruins that look more like the continent's buildings than natives' homes were devastated by the legendary battle. The natives say that the city built a people of the sea stood there, and that it was the first to swept away in the giant creatures that the natives call guardians. It is this mystical and symbolic, very strong sight that Queen Blunden chose to face the Bridge Alliance. Yeah. Guns versus spears. What did you expect to happen? When the natives went to seal a pact or an agreement, they bring the guardians to promise, who inscribe symbols in the stones in the sacred language, the Negada, corresponding to their agreement. It is this sacred clearing that the natives set up these stones. Flarndro means, besides the promise set in stone. Okay. The Bridge Alliance camp. This outpost was established by the Bridge Alliance to accommodate their troops before a great battle against Queen Barton. Since their victory, the troops have mostly returned to Hikmet, and the camp is mainly used to treat the wounded while maintaining their hold on the surrounding territories. I don't think that's why they fight. They don't fight just so they can return home. They fight so they can settle, conquer the area, and place guards to ensure that the natives never again raise their hands against them. I mean, I would understand if we were there when the first battle took place, and then to choose to side with the natives to push them back, or side with the Bridge Alliance to establish control. Oh well. So, how close are we to Constantine's hideout?
The cave that Constantine indicated in his notes shouldn't be very far.
Let's be careful. You probably put some guards at the entrance.
Merchant.
Poison on my blade. Then let's go.
I'm actually kind of surprised that you survived that hit.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Let's see if you can ward off this feint.
Quite interesting indeed. I didn't think you would need humans. I mean, I would understand if you had corrupted them by some way. Wait. Almost missed you there. Oh, goody. More of them. Yeah, I remember this cave. I think I was here. Unless it's so similar to other caves I have visited. What's the point? I hate fighting these beasts. Their hitboxes are kinda weird, and also they have some very powerful attacks that can inflict poison as well. I can always make new bullets, though I don't think I need to. We've probably shot 1,000 of them and we can shoot 1,000 more. Well then, this has to be Constantine's hideout. However, I'm going to end this episode here, and next time we're gonna see where this is gonna lead us. So thank you all for joining me, and I'm gonna see you all then. Goodbye.